A moment, please.
Great. Okay, this is Conservation Commission, July 15th, 2024, 6:35 PM. And we're in the town hall in the conference room. Okay, at this time, we'll start with a review of the meetings from 6/17/24. Has anybody got any comments or want to discuss them on anything?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes as written.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye.
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 Dave? Aye. And myself and Joy.
Yep.
All four. Okay,
Take those, George.
now you can have all the paperwork back. Okay, first, we're gonna do a RDA on 1 Carruth Road for demo of an existing addition and the construction of a new addition. The request is to determine whether the work depicted is subject to the jurisdiction of the Wetlands Protection Act.
And to open up the public meeting, I will read the legal notice. 1 Carruth Road, request for determination of applicability. Notice is hereby given in accordance with the Massachusetts General Laws, Chapter 131, Section 40, the Wetlands Protection Act, that a public hearing will be held on a request for determination of applicability filed by Richard L. Scott of Winchington. Project location is 1 Carruth Road, Templeton. Description of project is demo of existing addition and construction of new addition. Request is to determine whether the work depicted on the plans is subject to the Wetlands Protection Act and its regulations. The hearing will be held on July 15, 2024 at 6:30 PM at Templeton Town Hall. Any person wishing to be heard concerning the above application should appear at the time and place indicated above. The request for determination of applicability is available for public review at the Development Services Office, Room 3, 160 Patriots Road during regular office hours. The RDA is also available upon request from J. Case at TempletonMA.gov. George Andrews, Chair of Templeton Conservation Commission. And with us this evening, we have the applicant, Rick Scott, to present or answer any questions that the commission may have. Rick, if you wouldn't mind sitting in the chair next to you, and that way, if they have any questions, we've got a microphone ready to go.
Okay.
So we all had a site visit out there. We saw what Rick wanted to do. Now is the time for you all to discuss whether the work depicted is subject to the Wetlands Protection Act. There are wetlands within 100 feet, but we're trying to determine if it's the same footprint. Anybody wants to add anything? Go for it. That's what I got.
Well, after the site walk, it was pretty apparent that, there would be no impact to the result area. Keeping the, footprint actually less than what's there.
Yes.
Right now. That it looks, putting in some erosion controls and, to stabilize after the work. So I make a motion for net determination with conditions.
I'll second that.
And just like seconds that. Can I have a vote?
On a motion made by Joanne and seconded by Amanda for a negative determination, do I have any further discussion? Hearing no further discussion on a negative determination, how would you vote, Joanne?
Yes.
George?
Yes.
Amanda?
Yes.
And Dave?
Yes.
You wanted a negative determination that this is your permit? So I will get this together and I will reach out to you
Okay.
to come get the permit. Permit is good for 3 years and the commission's requiring erosion control. That can be straw wattles or silt fences or hay bales. But essentially, before you demo, I need proof that you have those installed. So you can either call me and I can come out and look at them and
Site
take pictures.
visit.
Yeah. Or you can take pictures and send it to me. I'd probably prefer.
Okay.
So,
And you want me to go all the way to the street
I would say so.
and then, you know,
Commission,
Within 10 feet.
then 10 feet of the street.
okay. All right, that's fine.
So I'm gonna put the paperwork together for you, and then I will reach out to you. You can come get the paperwork and then we can set up a time. I'll come out and I'll inspect your erosion controls when you're ready.
All right, so we can do it anytime. There's no way.
Can't demo until you have. the
No, I
erosion
mean, get the
control.
erosion control going and get
Yes,
it all set
please.
up.
Yes, yep. All right,
Do you have any other questions?
No, that's about it, you know, when I can do that. Now that has to be, is this all taken care of as far as me getting the building permit?
so once I fill this out and I get you the original copy, I will sign the building application as you have a valid conservation permit on the property.
All right.
All right,
Okay.
awesome.
All right, thank you all
Rick.
very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You too.
You too.
Okay, let's, all the paperwork signed, we all
Yep,
set?
yep.
Okay.
Great.
Number 3, we're going to go with 31 Patriots Road, superseding DOA update.
So this is just a follow-up from the last meeting that we had, talking about this property and what were they doing. I did email the applicant and the engineer. I copied all of you. And the engineer said that they're planning to prepare an NOI as directed and that their goal is to get it submitted for the August meeting.
Okay.
So based on that, I would say no action right now. We'll give them the opportunity to submit that.
Okay, we're just gonna move it to the next one. Okay. Well, any questions, anybody got anything else to say about that? No. All those that agree? Aye.
Number 4 is reorganization of
The
officers.
officers.
We need a chair and a vice chair. Currently, George is chair, and I don't even think we have a vice chair. You have a vice chair?
We haven't had enough people for
Yeah,
last year, so. We do.
are you guys comfortable reorganizing without stuff here? We kind of need to do it in June.
Yeah,
I'll make a motion that, I nominate Amanda for the chair position and George for the vice chair, giving George a well-deserved break.
Very good. Do I have a second?
No, can we reverse that and let George stay chair and make me the vice chair? So that
That's totally
gets
up
to-
to you.
What do
be
you want?
chief for another year?
What are you thinking, George?
Well, I was thinking I'd stay for one more year and then have a vice chair who's will get used to what's going to be done and stuff like that there. So for one more year, I would say as chair if they want me to.
Okay, I was just trying to give you a
Oh,
break,
yeah,
George.
well, Hey, I'm glad
Yeah,
you were. No,
I know how busy you've been and you've been doing it for a very long time,
yeah,
so.
well, one more year would work, 'cause now I got plenty of time.
To help.
Whereas like,
Joanne, would you mind making?
I will amend that motion that George be chair and Amanda vice chair, unless. Like to take the vice chair, it's been a long time, so.
Dave's quiet for a reason.
We're in the background.
Yeah. Do I hear a second on George as chair and Amanda as vice chair?
George is chair,
And Amanda as vice chair.
vice chair. I second the motion.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We vote for
Yes,
ourselves?
you absolutely
Yeah.
can vote for yourself.
Yes, we can.
How do you vote, Dave?
Yes.
How do you vote, Amanda?
Yes.
How do you vote, George? It's wonderful. We are recording.
He said yes. He's not here, but he said yes. Isn't that funny?
Okay.
Okay, well, that is done.
Number 5 is my agent updates. The first one is approval of MACC annual dues. I sent this in your guys's packet.
Mhm.
So the yearly dues are $215 for everybody. I'm an additional 60. so that equals 275, and we have more than that in the employee support, but to pay for it doesn't come out of Concom. So, we have the funds to support it. I would be looking for a motion to pay the MACC dues.
I make a motion to pay the MACC dues.
Do I hear a second?
I'll second that.
Any discussion? All those in favor of paying the MACC dues, how do you vote? Joanne,
Yes.
George,
Yes,
Amanda,
Yes.
Dave.
Yes.
Thank you so much. So, this is what's called a, warrant sheet. That I have to submit, so I sign here as your agent and your commission signs here on that side, so I know this paperwork looks different.
maybe we can get down and do some, go into some meetings now. They've been doing it in, Evans once and,
Yeah, the following.
and.
Services, my boss Lori puts that in her budget for employee support so that we continue to, or the MCC can go to their,
They give lots of good.
Yeah.
Resources.
I did put in your guys' pre-packets, they had all the benefits, trainings, and they have a
Yeah.
helpline that I'd really like to use, stuff like that, so. It'll be great. Thank you.
And
Thank you all. Next agent update is about invasives. A resident stopped by, DPW, 2 weeks ago to report Japanese knotwood to the commission. As a response, Miss Susie Simmons was kind enough to compile, information about. Oh, Dr. Susie Simmons, you could have told me that before.
Not weed.
Yes, there is knotweed as a species. I don't remember exactly what he had,
Okay.
but yes.
He said he wanted to report Japanese knotweed to the commission. So Amanda was kind enough, she compiled information about invasives in our area. And I put that public information out. I put it on templetonma.gov under the Conservation Commission. I've also, reached out to the chair of the Agricultural Commission, Carrie Novak, and she supported me putting it on the Templeton AgCom Facebook page as well. So it's in both resources in case the public wants that information of the most common invasives in our area and what they can do about it.
Wonderful.
Very good. Next agent update is on DEP file number 304-0389-381 Baldwinville Road sewer line. So since our last meeting, a decision was rendered on May 20th by this commission, and it was an approval pending other applicable permits. Within 21 days, the order of conditions was issued. It was issued on June 10th as appropriate, and then within the 10-day business appeal period, I received an appeal, a request for a superseding order of conditions on June 11th to that decision. So by June 25th, I had reached back out to Mass DEP of Worcester to confirm that they got it. They got the appeal as well, and they got it in a timely fashion. Disclosures
I wrote the appeal.
and disclosure, I signed the appeal.
I also signed the appeal.
So that is currently in process. I have no update from Mass DEP of Worcester yet, other than that they are still reviewing it. That's what I got. So if I get anything in the meantime, I will bring it back to the commission.
Okay,
Okay?
all right, that sounds good to me.
Next update is Otter River Pool, Crotty Ave Dam. Joanne. I provided the quote to the town administrator. And he did okay it in support to give it to the grant writer administrator. But she has been assigned other projects right now. So when her workload is a little bit light, and he will be giving that to her.
Okay.
So yes, but it's not right now. She's got another that she's working on.
Okay, we no kind of timeline on maybe when.
Follow up. I can get a timeline. Yep. I gave it to him. He said, yeah, that's fine. I'll give it to her. But she was in the middle of other things at that point.
Okay,
But I'll follow up with the timeline.
thank you.
You're welcome. Is this my last update? My last update is Open Space Committee. So since the last meeting, we were talking about Open Space Committee and we were gonna invite them here. So I
They have
did a
no
little bit of
members.
research on Open Space Committee and I learned from the Select Board office and the active members on the committee, because apparently the three that were on there had their terms run out. That is kind of up for discussion, as those three members don't think that their terms didn't run out, but I'm just providing the information from the other town offices. According to the 2006 bylaw about the Open Space Committee, a minimum of 5 residents needed to be appointed by the select board to start the committee up again. It can be those same 3 people, but they need 2 more. I don't know what happened. I'm getting information from multiple people that they did want to be reappointed, but something fell through the cracks. I don't know what did, but unfortunately, it's an inactive committee right now. It can be started up again with 5 residents. I also learned it's really not underneath the Conservation Commission. It really is a separate board. And there was discussion when the town administrator was Carter, that it would be filled with all different like department heads that had vested interests in open space. But the bylaw doesn't really call for that, but it can be anybody that has a vested interest. So I don't know really what you want to do with that, but I definitely have to follow up with you guys because I know we invited them here, but I don't, right now they don't exist.
Nope,
That doesn't
they
mean
don't
that they
exist.
can't, but
So they're gonna have to get, somebody's gonna have to go to the selectmen and get them put back
Yeah.
on and find 2 other people.
what is from your guys' knowledge, what is the benefit of having it and what are the ramifications of not?
Well, the benefit of the open space committee and having an open space plan is it opens you up to be able to apply for more grants.
Okay,
The open space committee is like an ad hoc to the Conservation Commission. Usually they pretty much work hand in hand.
Good.
But they don't have hearings or anything like that. They really kind of boots on the ground, do the footwork, what areas in town that they would like to see protected.
Mhm.
But it really does, having an open space plan,
They're the ones that create the open space plan
right, and you have to do that every 5 years
in order to qualify for
for
grant
different
funding.
grants.
And ours has been long
So
expired.
the
Yeah, and it is.
next thing from us is we have to have $8,000 from open space.
Under CPC.
CPC, so we're gonna have to figure out what we're going to be talking with CPC, see what they're gonna
Ask the
do.
chair of CPC if that's an allowable use. I think when I read the town meeting warrant article for that, it was about the acquisition of
Open space, yeah.
open space.
Right.
And acquiring it. I don't know if it's about to support the creation of a plan. I mean, the wording's
That's what we-
close, but you know,
The plan
we're always told with
requires
CPC, you can't
process.
massage it to fit what you
Yeah.
want. You really have to. So I can ask John Henshaw, yeah. I'm good. Those are my updates for you guys. You guys have any questions?
Okay, so, next meeting will be Monday, August 19th.
Do we have any chair or member comments?
Well, there's only one thing that I'm concerned with. Is, of course, I've talked to everybody and I get the thing, it's the police department problem.
So,
But they're shooting off fireworks. They have been for many years, but now they have bought a land closer to the town land, out back in town sheds, and they're shooting them out there. And I did say to Bob the other day, if they're still gonna shoot them off over there, and they start a fire out back, it's not gonna be our problem. It's gonna be their problem and Bob's problem because it's town land if they do it.
Shooting them off, you saying the school, is the school they, or who's?
Citizens,
Is it just individual residents or is it
No.
like a,
It's one group.
Okay.
And they've done it for years. They used to do it over across on the Pilgrim Health side. But now they, for the last 5 years, they've used the other side, which. I know she has kids, but they still do it. But
Well-
last year, the police were looking for them, couldn't find them because they didn't know where they were shooting them off. And of course, I know, but I don't say nothing, it's none of my business. But,
Well, it is a police department. You know, an issue for the police department because fireworks are illegal in the state of Massachusetts.
and so, unless they can catch them at it, they really can't do anything. And they're so far away from where they let them off that,
Well,
are
the Fourth
they
of
doing it on
July.
town land? They're doing it on town property?
no, they're right next to the town, on their land, but they're shooting over towards the town land. And, you know.
Okay.
But it's an issue that's been up there. We only have 7 dogs in my neighborhood now. We used to have 8. But the thing is, if they do it only one night a year, wouldn't be bad, but they did it Labor Day, they did it last night again.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Thank you, George. Any member comments, Joanne?
No, just that one comment.
But that's the only comment, there's, you know. I just want people knowing what area, if people are up in that area and they hear the firecrackers, they're gonna wonder, well, where the hell are they shooting, where are they shooting them off? I said, well, yeah, I'm not saying, I know where they're shooting them off. Yeah. You're gonna figure, you get the cemetery behind me, and behind the cemetery, it's the town land,
Right.
and. You know, of course, it's been so wet that nothing would have caught fire this year, but.
yeah, but there's still a lot of chemicals that are.
But I
in
did
those
talk to the fire
fireworks.
chief and he said, no, that's police department problem. I'm not even gonna talk to the police department because. My issue with the chief. There's been. Other things.
Okay, George, thank you. Amanda, any member comments? No. Dave,
Yeah.
any member comments?
No.
Next meeting is Monday, August 19th. Already I have 2 COC requests. An NOI and an extension. So.
Yeah.
Need you all there. I will be sending you, like I've been doing, I've been sending the, like a meeting schedule, like thing. Those of you that have the appropriate email, you can add it to the calendar. Those of you that don't, I've put the details in the body of it too, so they you can write that down. I also been putting an attachment in them. If you guys can open that, that's the packet of the information. So,
Like that.
yeah. Okay. That's it. Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.